imagine the filthiest rat hole prison that you can. It is a one-room large warehouse infested with rats, roaches, lice, and anything else thriving, where the one toilet overflows onto a dirt floor. Of course, it is without any windows, with only a slot in the wall to receive maggot swimming gruel from the guards. It is a mangy hellhole, driving us inmates bonkers. This is the setting for me and my son. Our typical day goes like this. Champ, do not turn up the radio. I repeat, do not turn up the radio. He turns up the radio. I wonder who's in charge here, my 7-year-old son or me. We sit on a powder keg, and the radio is our lit fuse. This is what I mean. Listen to the words of America's nemesis. This country will continue to move onward. It will grow even more revolutionary, and it will reach infinite heights of honor, patriotism, and glory. Well, those are the words of the first secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party, better known to his countrymen as Fidel the Invincible, speaking at a ceremony observing the 30th anniversary of the death of the 20th century independence fighters, particularly Che Guevara. The words blare from an old radio on a table between two standing guards looking hard-eyed at me. My son and I are held captive on Pinar del Rico, on the Plateau del Grande. The Cuban authorities hold us for 8 months without trial. My son Champ tells me this is the Napoleonic system of justice, where thieves, rapists, murderers, and us political prisoners must wait to prove our innocence or get our just desserts. I don't know what just desserts could be worse than this hole of stench, squalor, and bugs. Well, maybe ants eating me piecemeal could be worse. The dribble spewing from the radio is what passes for entertainment for us lost ones. What I wouldn't give for a good old American cops, robbers, car chase movie. Fidel's words infuriate my fellow prisoners, a grimy, dirty, grimy bunch of who knows what. staring a hole into me. On the other hand, his words captivate my son. I don't know why I can't have a normal 7-year-old son. My son miffs me because I've told him many times not to berate the barrio, CISO watch women in Havana for spying on their neighbors, the local police, and the high government. First politely, then menacingly warn him at least a dozen times not to rag on those communist mummies, but life compels Champ to address wrongs wherever he sees them. So here we are in this despicable pit, two questionable fugitives from U.S. justice doing time under Cuban justice. I love the little shit. Even as hard as it is to do at times like this. And we always have many, always avoidable times like this. Since the time we fled the FBI to Cuba 2 years ago, most of the Vietnamese and the Russians, along with their oil, left Cuba after the harsh economical sanctions of the United States Helms-Burton Act hurts the Cuban economy and rankles Fidel, the invincible, especially now, since all the European countries agreed to respect the act and not invest in the Cuban economy. Oh damn, here comes Fidel, the invincible again. The inmates are heated up, ready to charge, and Champ turns up the volume. We took on the task of acquiring millions of weapons, and we developed the idea of a war for all the people, which comes from the roots of our history. There is not one single case of a dignified and militant people that could be defeated. Well, I don't give a rat's ass about Fidel's tough talk directed toward the United States. What I care about is that even the overpriced $5 a bottle of beer on the outside is denied me here. If I could afford it, a bottle of beer here would cost $10, 400 pesos. You can buy anything here. In fact, you've got to buy everything here. Your bedding, water to drink, food to eat, even your handcuffs when it comes time to go to court. The whole system operates on the free enterprise survival of the fittest philosophy. Well, that's kind of the hole my protagonist and his son dug themselves into in the novel Deviance. You can get a free chapter to read further if you like by going to www.chuckfair.com, and I'll raise the digital dust sending it to you anyway. Thanks for hanging in there if you did hang in there. See you next time.